Inside his dreams, Rudeus encountered the man-god, a weird, supreme being who loved to crack corny jokes. Rudeus started whining like a little brat and said that the man-god put him in a messy situation and made him think that he had a reasonable second chance at life. The man-god told him that he was caught in a mana cataclysm, and if he didn't listen like a good boy, he could kiss Eris's sweet cakes and melons goodbye. He then told Rudeus to rely on and help the man he would see when he woke up. When Rudeus awakened, he saw a superd known as Ruigerd Superdia and immediately got scared. Ruigerd was the one who saved his sorry butt along with Eris, and Rudeus thanked him. He thought Rudeus was a complete weirdo, given that the boy wasn't afraid of his appearance. Ruigerd then promises to escort Rudeus and Eris back to their home. When Eris woke up, she started screaming as soon as she saw the superd. She eventually calmed down, thanks to Rudeus, and wasn't behaving like a deranged idiot anymore. The next day, they traveled through the plains of the demon continent and arrived at the village of the Meagard tribe. There, Rudeus found out that the village was Roxy's hometown, and he met her father, also his potential father-in-law, if they would eventually manage to get some plot. While they discussed with the village chief at night, Rudeus found out about Ruigerd's goal of cleansing the bad name of his tribe. Sadly, everyone sees his tribe like the big bad wolf. Ruigerd then explained that the hero, Laplace, tricked his tribe by giving them cursed spears, which turned them into mentally disturbed monsters. Rudeus learned that the spear in Ruigerd's possession was his son's, and he got it after he had killed him and recovered his meager senses. Moved by Ruigerd's determination to clear the name of his tribe, Rudeus decided to help him. The next day, he bid his future in-laws farewell, and the trio left to begin their journey across the demon continent. Eris skillfully obliterates some monsters who try to jump them, with the wimpy Rudeus watching from the sidelines, as usual. The three of them get to the gates of Rikarisu City and notice that the guards are on high alert, looking for the notorious Ruigerd. Rudeus cooks up a plan to cloak Ruigerd with one of the most silly disguises known to man, dyeing his hair purple, and they can pass the checkpoints into town. After spending a huge amount of money on a coat for Eris, like a typical simp, Rudeus decides that they get jobs as adventurers to make money. They get to the Adventure Guild and sign up after confirming that the people are beyond dumb and they won't recognize Ruigerd due to his disguise. They could only get petty missions as beginners. This makes the other adventurers look down on them, making weak attempts at roasting the team. Returning to an inn for the night, they come across another set of amateur adventurers, one of which tries to get Eris's attention by grabbing her coat and accidentally pulling off a button in the process. Eris, angry as a gamer with bad Wi-Fi, stomps her butt to the ground, beating the adventurer to a pulp. Rudeus manages to stop Eris and heal the unfortunate adventurer, and they get acquainted with the other team, offering a collaboration. Rudeus declines. It's understandable. 3 is a party, and 6 is a crowd. Rudeus falls asleep and encounters the man-god for the second time in his dreams. Sus. They yap for a bit, and the man-god offers some advice to take a mission that will supposedly end his worries. The next day, they head out on the mission to find a kitty, with Ruigerd's plot armor being better than Rudeus's own, making it a walk in the park. They find the lion-sized kitten, restraining its abductors. Rudeus attempts to interrogate one of the abductors, who sends him flying with a hit to his belly. Rudeus ends the abductor, taking his head off. He doesn't tolerate child abuse. Rudeus and Eris are surprised and try to explain to Rudeus why he shouldn't kill. But this maniac obviously doesn't care about his hopeless reputation anymore. They convince him to spare the remaining abductors so they could use them to get higher-ranked missions and make more money. Roxy walks through Rudeus's hometown. She's worried about him. The mana cataclysm has caused a lot of damage to lives and properties. Sending a message from Paul, she's able to confirm that Rudeus isn't 6 feet under yet, as is his family, who had been separated, with Paul attempting to search for the other members. Rudeus and his team set off on a mission to exterminate a monster in a forest. They meet the kids on the other amateur team, as well as another experienced team there, hoping to get the bounty first. Rudeus is worried for the other team's safety, and they decide to tail them. The kids soon get ambushed by monsters, and Rudeus, being a good-for-nothing piece of garbage, ends up getting one of the kids killed. Rudeus is extremely pissed at Rudeus for his extreme miscalculation, but gets calmed down by one of the kids, who admits that they understood the risks of being adventurers. Continuing the mission, they hear the experienced team battling the monsters and rush to the scene. Getting there, they find the not-so-experienced team getting absolutely cooked by the monster, a snake. Rudeus inquires if they can beat the monster. Rudeus affirms, and they jump to action. Rudeus, who's got that dog in him, slices up the snake like a butcher sizing pork chops. Eris attempts to do the same, but gets humbled instead. Eventually, they were able to kill the snake using the reliable power of friendship after getting repeatedly carried by Rudeus. They head back to the city with the fangs of the snake to cash in the bounty, but are confronted by Horseface, one of the senior adventurers who had found out their sly maneuver to get higher-level bounties and wanted to use that opportunity to extort them. Rudeus, who was tired of being tested, considered his options and was about to end the adventurer as his best option. But sudden raindrops washed away Rudeus' hair dye, exposing his identity. Everyone in the vicinity skedaddles, and Rudeus threatens the adventurer with his aura, almost making him piss his pants in fear. Rudeus and the team leave the town. Rudeus commends him, impressed that he had the balls to consider clapping Horseface out of existence. They share a sus moment before moving on. Rudeus, a Saitama wannabe, shaves his head. He's come to realize how much afraid people were of his hair color. Smart. Now they can head to the Azura Kingdom, continuing their journey. If you've watched this recap till now, let us know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe to the channel so we can keep bringing you more entertaining recaps. Don't forget to check out the other videos in the channel